I'm Roger Simmons. Welcome to a special edition of Orlando News Now, part of our continuing coverage of the mass shooting in Orlando. Today we have some Sentinel reporters and a columnist to talk more about the coverage and what's going on. First, let's start with two reporters who have been following this situation for us, Stephanie Allen and Elyssa Cherney. So Stephanie, give us the latest on this. I know that we now have IDs on 36 of the 49 shooting victims. We're still waiting to get identifications on some of the others, and they say they've identified all of them except one so far.
Yep, they identified 48 of the 49 victims, and they say they have preliminary identification on that last victim, but they're trying to confirm that. And they're working all throughout the morning to notify these families. They're all stationed at a senior home off Delaney Avenue. Families can go there to be alerted if one of their loved ones is in this. And basically this morning they've updated us on sort of the timeline of how this all happened and given us some more details about when officers went in, how many hostages he had inside bathrooms with him, how they busted through a wall and pulled people out of the wall and then went in like with guns blazing trying to kill this man, and they succeeded.
And I know part of this, there's been some questions about were there multiple shooters? I know Orlando police finally put some of those rumors to rest earlier today, tweeting out that as far as they know, this guy acted alone.
Yeah, they're saying he acted alone, the only shooter inside that club. The FBI is investigating. They have a whole nother investigation going on about what was going on before this in his life and if he had any accomplices before then, but OPD is saying that he was the only person inside that club shooting.
All right, and President Obama addressed the nation, or actually he made some comments that were broadcast across the nation on all the networks and the local stations, and he gave kind of a little bit of an update on what the FBI perhaps knows about the gunman.
Yeah, so they're saying, Obama said that it looks like his ties to the Islamic State, which he professed in a 911 call while he had hostages in the bathroom with him, seems to be a homegrown. He found ties through online, and it doesn't look like he has any actual ties to anyone overseas.
To do that. So what do you expect to come the rest of the day? Just more names coming out? And I know we were discussing before we went on air, possibility, we hope not, that the death toll could go up because we know some people are still hospitalized at this point.
Yeah, there's several people in the hospital right now who are gravely injured. So far, of the people who went to ORMC, none of them have died, but there are a lot of people who are still critical. Hospital officials just tweeted out not too long ago that they're optimistic, but we never know.
Right, so they're in our prayers, obviously. Elyssa, you have some information about the gunman, Omar Mateen. Tell us about that new information you've uncovered.
Yeah, this morning we learned kind of shockingly that the man who went into the nightclub and shot it up, killing 49 people, was an armed security guard at a St. Lucie County courthouse. And that he had bought, we learned this yesterday, that he had bought the guns used in the attack just this week. He had 3 guns on him total, 2 in the actual club with him, a assault rifle and a pistol, and then 1 in his car. And we have a reporter in St. Lucie County who is trying to learn everything about him, about his divorce, and yesterday we heard from his ex-wife in an evening press conference when she talked about him and called him abusive and unstable.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things that President Obama mentioned in his address is that the FBI, I guess, is going to try and give us some more information about the investigation they had into him, and perhaps how, if they were keeping tabs on him, how was he able to buy these guns and carry out this attack?
Yeah, well, he has no criminal arrest record in Florida, and so there is nothing barring him from legally purchasing firearms. I believe we just sent a reporter to the firearms store where he got the guns. But you know, he was under 2 separate investigations by the FBI. The FBI talked to him 3 times before this unfolded, and so it raises a lot of questions for the agency.
Okay, well, great job. You guys are doing a great job, and you'll keep us updated on that.